Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chief Executive Officer, Jason McGee.
Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to the first, yes, that is correct, the first ever IT Nation Explore. It is great to see you here in Orlando. Welcome to the first-timers. Thank you for those who are coming back year after year. It is great to see your dedication and commitment. IT Nation Explore is the ConnectWise Partner Conference. It's the time that you should take to explore the ConnectWise platform. Engage with as many of the 42 sponsors in attendance. Attend as many of the 111 breakout sessions that we have available for you to better your business. Network with the 1,370 attendees in attendance. In fact, tonight we're going to have a party. We're going to have a party, I said. There you go, much better. We're all going to be going to the Andretti go-karting and gaming pavilion, whatever it is. We're going to have a great time. Hopefully, we're going to continue that networking. Looking forward to meet many of you there this evening. Network with the many ConnectWise colleagues in attendance. Put a face to a name. They're dedicated to your success. In fact, can I have all the ConnectWise colleagues in the room please stand and wave so everyone can see who you all are? We have great representation this week here from the ConnectWise colleagues in the product organization, the customer success organization, the account management team, support, education, and many others. Like the other IT Nation brands, IT Nation Explore is special. Whether you're a business owner, a service manager, a technician, or in one of the many other roles at our ConnectWise partners, this is an opportunity to disconnect from the day-to-day business. When you disconnect, put a focus on learning new technologies, exploring some great solutions, brainstorm ideas, bring things back to your business to make your business better. Speaking of attendees, I want to take a moment to highlight the leadership team here at ConnectWise. I'm going to start with myself. Personally, I grew up, born and raised in New York. Please don't hold it against me. Been living in Tampa, Florida for 15 years. I'm married to Rachel, who's sitting in the front row here. Hi, Rach. It was her birthday yesterday, so if you see her, please say happy birthday. We have two children, Stella and Owen. Stella is 10, Owen is 8. In fact, last week I was trying to explain to them what I do and why they should come to this conference. For some reason, they opted to go to summer camp so they could do some canoeing, volleyball, archery, and some other things. Can't say I blame them. Another fun fact is I'm a Washington Redskin fan. Oddly enough, there you go, there's a handful of us. Oddly enough, I grew up in a household full of New York Giant fans. So go figure. And currently I have season tickets to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I think I'm a little messed up in my football fandom. So professionally, I've been in this industry for about 20 years. Early in my career, I started out on the reseller side of the world. I ran a marketing function at a reseller in Manhattan, and then I transitioned to an online reseller where I spent time as their director of product management for networking and data communication. Then I spent 8 years at CA Technologies, managing a few different channel sales and channel marketing teams. 8 years ago, I made the leap to ConnectWise. While at ConnectWise, I helped launch our international expansion efforts, our channel sales efforts, and the ecosystem organization as you know it today. For the past 3 years, when ConnectWise decided to merge all the joint ventures into one unified ConnectWise, I was running the day-to-day operations as the Chief Operating Officer. But enough about me. Let me make sure you know who the team is that continues to drive things forward here at ConnectWise. Post-acquisition, you will see it is the same names and the same faces that got us here today. So, that team, Arnie Bellini, Jen Locklear, Craig Fulton, Ben Turkin, Josh Poe, Jeff Bishop, Scott Marshall, Steve Farnan, wherever you're at. I am very happy to say and pleased that the average tenure of this leadership team at ConnectWise is 7 years. I'm not sure many other people in this space can make that same claim. Beyond this leadership team that I'm highlighting here, we have many other leaders here this week, many of them that have been with ConnectWise or their prior entities for more than 7 years. Some of those people, familiar names, faces, Arlen Sorensen, Brad Scow, Mark LaPlante, April Taylor, Brett Cheloff, Greg Lawley, Pete Sorensen, Corey Lehman, Lisa DeJure, Gavin Gamber, and many others. So, what is this team up to? What are our colleagues up to? What are we executing on here at ConnectWise for you, our partners? It's our company strategy. Company strategy, customer success, as a service platform, ecosystem, and cybersecurity. Let me start with customer success. We are implementing a customer success focus throughout ConnectWise. The purpose of that is to enhance the experience you all have with us at ConnectWise. We're going to be there along for the ride and journey with you all. The great thing is, as we learn and experience customer success, we're going to take those findings and we're going to put them in our platform so you too can do customer success for your business and for your customers. As a service platform, we will continue to invest in the ConnectWise platform. Not only continue to invest, we're going to enhance it, we're going to build upon it, we're going to firm it up based on the very things that you all are asking us to do. The things that are a necessity to survive and thrive in an as-a-service world. Speaking of investments, now that we have a financial partner by our side, Tomo Bravo, we are working collectively with them to make additional investments in the platform, the products, our people, all to better you, our partners. The ecosystem. You've heard us talk about the ecosystem for the last few years. We are the leaders in a connected ecosystem. We will continue to grow and invest in that ecosystem. We do not want to, and I repeat, we do not want to do it by ourselves. We need this ecosystem. We need the vendor partners to participate and to help grow this ecosystem with us. We'll specifically double down with the vendors who want to do it responsibly. But enough about growing and investing in the ecosystem. We will continue to do it in an automated, frictionless fashion for everyone. We're going to make it easier for you to do business with us, to deploy technology to your customers, and make it so everyone is able to be successful. Cybersecurity. This is one of the things that keep many people up at night, probably many of us in the room, including myself. As you'll recall, last November, main stage, Arnie mentioned we're making significant investments into cybersecurity. Those investments were geared towards you, our partner, to get ahead of this risk and this growing threat. But not only to get ahead of that risk and growing threat, but to capitalize, to make it an opportunity for your business so you could help your customers get ahead of it as well. These acquisitions were not solely purpose of acquiring products and technology. For ConnectWise, it was also about acquiring people, talent, experience, and knowledge. Happy to say one of those investments was for exactly that. We made an investment into the Sienna Group, not an investment, we acquired the Sienna Group. And I'm going to bring the former CEO of Sienna Group, now the ConnectWise Chief Information Security Officer and VP of Cybersecurity Product at ConnectWise, on stage to give us an update on what we are doing to be better ourselves, the products we have launched, and the investments that we have made. John Ford, come on stage.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you, bud. Got it. Thanks much. All right. Good morning. Welcome. Woo. A lot of people here. I'm very thrilled and happy to be here at this IT Nation Explore event, and I'm really, really looking forward to sharing all of the activities with you. Jason had mentioned a bunch of the technical breakout sessions. A lot of those sessions have a security component to them, so of course, being a security guy, I'm going to encourage you to attend those as well. My primary goal here today, and really for the entire event, is to help make you folks aware of what we're doing at ConnectWise for security, to protect our own house. This is really a common theme. And then also convey ways that we have to help you and your customers along the security journey. We're in this together. ConnectWise is committed, and we want to help you along in this journey. So why don't we just jump right in? All right. So the interesting thing about this slide is all of these companies have just suffered a recent security incident, ConnectWise included. We're not immune. In our quest to protect our house, we have to do everything continuously to ensure that we understand our risks and stay on top of them without error, right? But the bad guys are everywhere. So I want to share with you some of the things that we're doing at ConnectWise today. There's many others, and we're going to give you updates as we go along. But some of these are really important, and I think it's good that you people hear what we're doing back home. So for staff, we just recently hired a person named Tom Greco. Tom is going to run all of our internal security. He comes from the financial background, and he's got particular expertise in areas like security DevOps, application security, cloud security, and governance, risk, and compliance. We're thrilled to have Tom on board, and he is building out his staff. Training. All of our ConnectWise colleagues attend security awareness training, and in the past few years, we've extended advanced training to some of our product teams. We opened up the purse strings. We're doing more, right? We're bringing advanced certifications like Certified Ethical Hacker, Incident Handling, Cloud Security, OWASP Top 10, Secure Coding Practices, bringing that into all of our product teams. Product enhancements. In a few minutes, Jeff Bishop is going to come up, and he's going to talk to you about all of the security features that we now have in our products. But what I want to talk to you about is how we secure our products, right? And working closely with Tom back in Tampa, he has a campaign that's about to launch where we're putting security champions in each of the product areas. In addition to that training I just mentioned, it's going to be built into the fabric of what we do at ConnectWise. Those security champions will work with Tom's group, leveraging best practices across like security DevOps to really ensure that we not only have the right talent and the skills to develop good products, but we have the oversight to make sure that we're keeping an eye on it. And tools. We have a good tech stack back at ConnectWise, but we're increasing it. We're opening up the doors to advanced security operations, and realistically, it's funny, but we are using ConnectWise Identify to assess our risk, and we are also planning to use Perch, which is a wonderful threat platform. It's going to help us visualize and remediate our threats. So we're doing a lot at ConnectWise. We'll keep you updated on these, and there'll be more to come. All right, but now I want to talk about your environment. All right. MSPs have continued to be targeted. This has been since 2015. Homeland Security started issuing alerts. There's attack groups out there that are specifically still targeting MSPs, and they're successful, right? The cost of remediation for you and your client and your customers is just untenable, and as a result, some of them go out of business. You guys have to protect your house. You are the first line of defense. And if you can't protect your house, you're not going to be able to protect your customer's house, right? So here at ConnectWise, we're here to help. Now, we have a lot of plans for a lot of things, but we have a couple of key areas where we can help you right now and make immediate impact. And the first one is ConnectWise Identify. So we built this platform, and it's based on the NIST cybersecurity framework, or aligned to it, and we're able to help you very rapidly understand your risks against that framework such that you can take action, immediate action, and understand what your risks are as aligned to really a de facto framework. And there'll be other frameworks that'll be put into this platform at some point. Right. The important thing is the information we get from Identify. You know, it's great to do an assessment to see my critical risks, but what about over time, and what about across many assessments? So I want to share with you something that's really compelling. We kicked off as a trial ConnectWise Identify at IT Nation in November. And to date, we have about 1,000 MSPs that are participating. Those 1,000 MSPs have taken way more than 1,000 assessments. And what we did is we anonymized the data, and we wanted to correlate it and share it with you at this event. So what you're seeing here are the top 5 critical risks as aligned to the NIST cybersecurity framework across well over 1,000 assessments. And if you take a look at those top 5, I really don't think anybody in this audience would have known what they were before you walked in the door. But we have this information, and we have it for you, right? And this is very compelling. It's very important. It gives you a plan of how to, work with your customers, reduce their risk, upsell opportunities. There's a ton. And when you have something like this, I want to talk to some of these. 69% of the folks can't identify threats. 66 cannot even document vulnerabilities. My favorite, 57% of all these assessments, people are still not doing security awareness training. Well, if I look at the top 3, if I get to one of your employees and you don't know what your vulnerabilities are and you can't identify threats, I'm sorry, it's game over. Now, for the 1,000 folks that took these assessments, they know what these are. But there's a lot of you in this audience that have not. And for you, these risks might be your risks. In fact, these might be your customers' risks. And in fact, you might have incidents you might not even be aware of, right? All right, so an assessment platform is great. What are we doing? Well, we're leveraging Perch. This is not by accident, folks. ConnectWise Identify and Perch was purposeful, thought out. This is not by accident. We wanted to help you identify a risk, and we want to help you remediate those threats. So let me share with you some of this statistics on Perch. Currently today, there's about 100 MSPs that are using Perch, and behind their sensors is about 1 million IP addresses. Banging up against those sensors in the last 90 days was 2.2 million alerts that were generated. I want you to think about the volume of that. Behind the scenes, the Perch SOC is analyzing all of these alerts. And out of all of these alerts, pretty close to 2,000 of them were legitimate, escalated incidents. If you ever needed more empirical evidence that your industry is under attack, it is right there. Had those not been remediated, there would be a fair amount of unhappy people, right? So again, we're doing things in a purposeful nature. We're trying to work with you. We want to hear from you. But we're bringing these products to you because we want to go down the security journey with you. And we know it's tough out there. All right. So before I wrap up, I just want to say we have other events. I have an event this afternoon. I would encourage you to attend. It'll be a slightly different conversation. And then also, at our booths, right? So please stop by the Perch booth, stop by Identify. We got some neat things going on, some specials that we can introduce you to, and we're more than happy to talk to you folks and hear your concerns as well. So I want to thank you very much for being here today. And now I'd like to bring out Jeff Bishop, our Chief Product Officer. All right, boss. All right, brother.
Appreciate it. Good morning, welcome. Quick poll for everybody. How many people are excited about hitting that after hours party tonight, drinking a bunch of beers and driving race cars around about 30 miles an hour? For everybody who didn't clap, these are the people to watch out for tonight, okay? All right, so what John talked to you a little bit about is how important security is. We all know that. So I just want to jump in real quick and talk to you about what we are doing as a product line to help you with security. All right? First off, single sign-on. We're taking a standardized authentication method across the entire product suite. The clapping? Thank you. A standard authentication method across the entire suite, and that is available today. All right? Along with that, we're supporting multi-factor authentications. Just rolls right off the lips there, but so that is also available. And then one of my favorites, machine learning. This is really cool. We're going to do a lot with machine learning over the coming years, but one of the things that the control team is working on right now is anomaly detection. Being able to look to see if somebody's logging into your application from another country, a different IP address, device, at a different time of day than you're normally used to logging in, and then sending out those alerts and letting you know something's going on inside of your instance. And then we've got product transparency. There's not a single meeting I've gone into in the last few months where I wasn't asked a lot about what are you doing with product security? Where are you at? Where do I go get more information? So what we've done is we've created a website, ConnectWise.com/product security. This is where you're going to be able to go to get all the information. Right now, if you hit that, you're going to see all the security guides. Over the coming days and weeks, you're also going to start to see access to our vulnerability scan reports, penetration test results. All the common question and answers that we get asked will all be right there and available for you as in the coming days and weeks. All right, but then a lot of you are going to have your questions. And I want to make sure and thank John Ford. He offered to give everybody here his cell phone number. So if you have those questions, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, John Ford is available to answer those. But if you can't catch John, we also have our support team. So support@connectwise.com is where you can go to get those questions. However, if you have that escalation, something that pops up that you need immediate help with, we've got security response at connectwise.com. And Tom Greco and his team work with the product team to get you that help immediately. Okay, moving along. We're going to talk about ecosystem. You heard Mr. McGee talk about our core strategies, those 4 pillars of what we're developing on going into 2019. In order for us as a product team to achieve those objectives and goals, we have to focus. We have to focus on your success. We have to focus on developing out a product that just works. Making sure that we're focusing on a product that can scale and grow with your needs. And a product that's just got a simple, easy-to-use UI. And then also focus on an ecosystem that promotes choice. We do not want to do this alone. I'll say it again. We do not want to do this alone. There are too many great best-of-breed products out there in the industry that you're already using today, and we want to make sure that we've got the architecture, the APIs, the UI that supports a meaningful integration. lot of you saw our Pitch It IT group in there today. There's somebody today out in the garage developing up that next great product that you're going to want to have integrated into the suite, and we want to make sure they can do that. Just like the 247 integration partners that we have today, the 54 of which that you can buy directly through ConnectWise, 42 of those are here today in the Solutions Pavilion. A lot of you were able to go around and see those yesterday. I encourage you to keep going around today and getting to know each and every one of them. But just in case you don't know all these guys, I want to try to break it out for you into some categories so you know what they do. Go over here into security. So we have Blackpoint, ThreatLocker. I think that's their first times here at the event, so make sure you go learn a little bit about those products. You heard John Ford talk about that security awareness training is one of the biggest deficiencies for every single one of your customers. Surprisingly enough, Webroot has a security awareness training software, so if you're not aware of that, make sure you go there and get introduced to it. IT management, Avix, Scene Cleaner, LineGuard, tons of great products here on the floor. If you're looking in that area, they're all there available for you. Business continuity. Each and every one of you have a backup and disaster recovery in your toolbox today. But when was the last time you went and visited and talked to each one of these guys? They're all coming up with new features, new functionality every week, every month. I walked around yesterday and I was shocked at some of the things I was seeing. Some great companies out there, Acronis, StorageCraft, StorageGuardian, Veeam, Infrascale. Make sure you go visit and learn a little bit more about them. Collaboration, communication, key to business success, right? If you're not doing this well, it's going to be a deficiency for you and for your team. Operations, IT by Design, ProVal, True Methods. If you're looking to mature your overall operations, great products, great tools, services to go learn a little bit more about. And then finance. Please, and I know I can't see everybody, but please raise your hands if you do not want your customers to pay you faster. Nobody? Not a single hand? Okay. That's what Connect Booster does. They get you paid faster. So go take a look at those guys out on the floor. All right, so as we keep moving along, one of the pillars was ecosystem. We realized that we've not always been the easiest company to buy stuff from. So one of the things we've done, first step forward, is to create a truly transactional marketplace to buy a lot of these third-party products from us. So let's take a look. As you can see, very simplistic UI. Launching on June 24th, we will have Bitdefender and Webroot into the marketplace. We also have StorageCraft, StorageGuardian, Acronis, and several others that are almost done that will be available in the coming weeks. Inside there, you can see billing types. Notice that usage will come back to it. You can get pricing information, order information, screenshots, videos, all the information about the integrations. You can see it all right there. Let's show you how simple this is going to be, though. Click Purchase. Spin a wheel. You go in, you're going to see what you're buying. If it's a quantity-based tool, you set your licenses up, down, hit Continue, go over, put in your credit card information or CVV to validate that you are who you say you are, and you're done. That's it. You just bought Webroot from us. Now, Webroot needs a few more fields. So what we're going to do is ask you, do you have an account or not? Do we need to create it? We're going to pre-populate in some of that information, ask you a couple other questions potentially, make you agree to some terms and conditions so our lawyers are happy, and hit Finish. Done. You've now successfully purchased a vendor from us inside of a minute. So that's where we're headed to. Really excited about getting this out the door for everybody to start to adopt. All right. So one of the things I want to make sure and kind of go back onto with the marketplace and kind of highlight is simplicity and ease of use. Knock the whole thing out in less than a minute. You don't have to wait to contact our sales team, get a quote, get it back and forth, which can take days. You can go in and choose to take your license count up or down as needed, all on your own. Usage-based billing. No longer do you actually have to kind of guess and estimate for quite a few of these vendors how much licenses you need. Just go in, purchase a license, and you're just going to get billed for what you consume. And then billing automatically. We're going to take that client usage data that's living up in those vendor clouds, and we're getting it down into your agreements every single month seamlessly without you having to do any work. You want to learn a little bit more about the marketplace, our team is out in our kiosk, happy to help answer any additional questions. And one of the last things here, switching gears, over to the as-a-service business. 60% of you in this room today are either a service tech or a service manager. You're on the front lines of providing the customer service and guaranteeing that customer success for your company. 100% of you understand that that customer success is what's going to differentiate you from your competition. So what we want to do is we're going to bring out April and Brett to walk through how we at ConnectWise are going to assist you with navigating the as-a-service world. So without further ado, let's bring out April Taylor.
Morning. Like Jeff mentioned, I'm going to talk a bit about the business operations side, in particular the customer experience and what we're doing to improve that. So first stop on that journey is reordering products. We know today that your customers can have a common set of products that they tend to reorder from you. And working with Sal, we're working to actually streamline that process and make it even easier for that to happen. What you can do is actually build a custom template for every one of your customers that they could simply go out to and at any point just reorder those products that they commonly need, no longer having to wait for a quote or anything like that. It'll go through the process just like any other quote would, and it still takes into account all of their special pricing. Next up is projects. We know projects are larger in scope, and it's important to have effective and timely communication around those projects with your customers. And so what we've done is we've built out our project communication report, like what you see here. Great thing about this is it's going to break down the percent complete and the health of that project, allowing your customers to have a quick indicator of how that project's going. In addition to that, on the same report, you're going to see a breakdown of what have we done so far and what's coming up next. I see all those things that have been completed and even down to the milestones. And then also any outstanding issues. If there's things that you're working on or you need to work on with them, it's a great view of all of that information as well, in addition to what is coming up next. So a really great report that you can now work with your customers on. Next up is the new customer portal. Yay! So we worked really hard with all of you to put this together. We know you want a modern experience. You want the portal to reflect you as a company, and that's what we're doing. You can put in your logo, your color scheme, your own images, even your own tagline on here as well. And if you notice in the bottom, we even have single sign-on for your customers. No longer do they have to remember yet another password. They just log in with their work email, making it pretty easy there. Also, within the customer portal, we've worked to help make it easier for your customers to work with you. So as we drill into it, what you're going to see is that we've done a lot on the ticketing side just to make that a little bit easier. So what we've done is we've looked and said, okay, well, how can we help you get the information you need to resolve that ticket even faster? And when it comes to the ticketing side, what we've done is we've broken that up into two simple steps. Well, technically three. The first step is they have to pick the type of issue they have. And then after that, what's going to happen is they're just going to just tell you what the problem is. And we tried to make that super simple for them. Right here, they simply just type that in. And if they need any help or guidance, in the bottom right corner, they can click, and we'll give them some things to think about when they're putting that in. So that's step one. Done. Step two is for them to just to go through and tell us a little bit about that issue. When did it start, right? How pervasive is this issue? Did you get an error message? Because if you did, they have the ability to actually attach that screenshot right here, minimizing the back and forth to get that type of information. And then simply, when's the best time to contact them? So making it super streamlined with those quick steps to actually get that issue in. Once it's done, it'll go into the portal and back into Manage just like before. Now, if that's not enough, on the billing side, like Jeff mentioned, we're working really hard to help you get paid faster. But to do that, we have to make it easy for your customers to pay you. And so we've tied into PayPal, and with just 2 clicks, you could actually get an invoice paid, just like you see here. That's the second click. What happens then is it'll go through the process, it'll update manage, it'll update the portal, and they'll see that information that this invoice has already been paid. And we're going to pull up a sample invoice right there. And Connect Booster is the other one as well, where their portal is built into our portal, so you could see all the information about what needs to be paid, what's outstanding, and really what's going on with their account at a single glance, just making that pretty easy as well. So ticketing, check. Billing, check. Next thing we're going to look at is projects. And so what we've done there is brought the projects into the portal, and they could see the work plan out there, see the phases, what's going on, and then they could actually drill in and make any easy updates that they may need to that project, again, keeping that communication flowing between you and your customer. But there's more. So this is on the desktop, right? But your customers are traveling. They're not always in the office. So we've optimized a customer portal to be able to be opened on a browser on their phone as well. So when I click a link in an email, it'll go in, it'll open up the portal, just like you see here, and they could easily get to that ticket, make any updates that they want to right on their phone. In addition to everything else, too. They can get the billing, they can get the projects, all that's going to be available to them right in the customer portal, on their phone, in the desktop, no matter where they are. Just making it easy for them to keep things up to date along the way. Next up is service ticketing. So we've been working to help improve communication from your customers to you, but also from your technicians back to your customers. So let's take a look at what we've done. First thing, you'll see the big orange bar across the top. That's service alerts, and these are available now, where you can create unique company and contact types with information that will automatically show up on the ticket for your team so they know any special instructions about these customers. The next thing I'm really excited about is we are currently in pilot of our new ticket notes. Like what you see here. Your customer sends in an email with a screenshot in there. It'll automatically pop up here. And if your team emails out, they could easily copy in screenshots, bolded lists, bold, underlined, all that's available to you right in the new ticket notes. We've also improved the communication in allowing you to automatically CC contacts on tickets so that everybody who needs to know automatically stays in the loop on every one of these tickets. Now you can see in this example that they're looking for some video footage. So we've worked really hard with Cisco as well, and some of their devices now automatically flow into manage as a configuration, which is really great. So helping you streamline that process, build an amazing experience using their awesome tool set as well. So we're going to drill in, look at this camera, and see what's going on. So just one click on that asset, I could actually get in and take a peek. And this will take me right to their portal, and I could see that video, see what's going on right from here, making it really easy. So let's see if we can help out and see if we can see what's going on that video to give to our customer. They do exist. Just kidding. So lastly, what we've done as well is we've also given the email a facelift that comes out of the ticket. So allowing for a more modern look and feel. Looks pretty good. And we're bringing all that formatting that was in the ticket notes down to this email as well. All right. Last one that I'm going to talk about is simplifying quotes. So I know some of you out there have large configurations that you build your quotes on, which have a lot of line items of products, which could take a lot of time, and if you have to update that, like going through and manually updating all those lines is really hard, and then making sure that it's accurate and then it flows appropriately over to purchasing. Well, we worked a lot between sell and manage to streamline that process. And in fact, I've recently heard from a partner, they were able to push 4 million products from sell to manage to purchasing, and it worked flawlessly. So what we're going to talk about a little bit today is how we're helping you simplify those complicated quotes that are out there. So let's take a look. There's a quick little dashboard with ConnectWise Now for sell, like what you see here. And if you have a new deal registration, you want to push that information in and get everything up to date. But what's great is they have the ability to show you some expiring quotes, so you want to make sure that you're keeping on top of those. So what I could do is just build a new version of that quote right from here, put in my notes, And then make sure that I have all the key information up to date on here, like that expiration date as well, like what you see here. All right, so all that information's up to date. The next thing we want to do is start looking at the quote and all of those products that we need to update. And again, no one wants to manually go update all of these line items individually. I know I would mess it up. So what's great about Cell is they give you the ability to do a mass import from a spreadsheet, which is what we're going to walk through right now. As you can see, we're simply going to copy a spreadsheet. Keep in mind, those items that are highlighted right here are the same product. And what we're going to show is how that will stay separate as you move through this entire process all the way to manage and into purchasing. All right, we're going to copy it in. There's a few more updates that we need to make just to make sure things look right. First thing to make note of is that special order checkbox. That's what's going to keep everything separate as this flows through the process and won't pull from our inventory. I want to make sure I keep all the information up to date. And lastly, I'm just going to update the cost and quantity here. And now everything on that spreadsheet is flowing all the way back into Cell, and I didn't have to rekey any of that information in, which is really nice. We're going to make a quick update before we pop out that proposal as well. You'll see we have some $0 items on here. Well, there are things like power cables and things like that, which you may not want to show to your customer. It'll stay on the quote, but maybe you don't want to put it out there for them. So you could actually make those not printed. And then what's nice about that is, again, it stays on the quote, but what we show the customer is going to have a nice, clean, simple view for them just to see the key information that they may need. And that's what we're going to look at now. So you can see that here comes up that sample proposal for us. And as we scroll through it, we're going to see all that information here. So it's broke out all the products nicely for us. Everything looks great. I'm happy, the customer's happy, and they're going to sign off on this. So the next step is that we're going to pass this information over to manage, and we're going to see what that looks like as we move through that process. So next step, we're going to go over to the opportunity in manage and take a look at the products that are listed there. And guess what? It flowed over correctly. Right here, you're going to see that those are also broken out again there. So keeping those things separate like we mentioned. Let's say we win the opportunity, we create a sales order, and now we pass this over to purchasing. So let's go over to purchasing. Guess what? We're going to be separate here too. So we've made it really easy for you to ensure that you're ordering what you need when you need it, just like you see here. All right? Okay. So we've covered a lot of things today, a lot of great things, and everything that we showed today is either currently out or will be out next quarter. I encourage you that if you want to learn a lot about what's going on, we have a website that you can certainly go to, which is theitnation.com/explorefaq. And out there, we're going to give you all the documentation and a lot of great ways for you to learn more about the things that we just talked about. We're going to pass it over now to Mr. Brett Cheloff, and he's going to talk about how we've improved efficiency for our technicians. Thank you.
Nailed it. Windmill. All right. Hi, friends. I think you've heard good morning enough, so you don't need that one from me. I'm here to talk to you about what we're doing from a technician standpoint and how we're reimagining your day-to-day job within Automate and Control. So one of the big things that we brought up multiple times about security was the single sign-on and what we're doing there. So that's where I'm going to start. We're going to log into the product and show you exactly what that experience is going to be like within our ecosystem. So as you notice, I now log in with my email address. This is an optional feature. You don't have to have this on, but I recommend you do. You go and get routed right to our OpenID Connect provider. This can allow you to connect to anything that you need to. So whether it's Okta, whether it's Azure, Active Directory, any multitude of multi-factor authentications, and ensuring that login is successful and extremely secure. Now that I'm logged in this way, you get an amazing new feature. And that new feature is what we're calling ConnectWise Now. ConnectWise Now is not just a dashboard. It is a complete functional dashboard that allows you to do your job and drill into information that you need. And because of single sign-on, we now have access to everything in our ecosystem and allows us to bring in every piece of data from any of our products and anywhere else into one place. So for instance, you're looking at control information within Automate right here, and it's incredibly easy to make your own space. Simply clicking New allows you to get to anything you want from the standpoint of the pods that we have available. And these pods are all cloud service based, meaning we don't need to release a new version of the product to get you more of these. For instance, yesterday I saw Stack Advisors made an amazing pod. It has manage, automate, and web root data in one pod and allows you to drill in and look at what alerts are going on from a security standpoint. It's pretty freaking cool. You can see that at the booth, at the ConnectWise booth. They have it there so you can see what I'm talking about. But as you see how easy it was to make my own space, I can work the way that I want to work. And I'm going to show you an example of how you can drill into data. One way of doing that is by clicking on patches. So I click on that pod and a flyout happens. This flyout is helped to be like an intermediary step, allowing you to look at a little bit more data and get to what you need. So this could be manage information, this could be automate information, this could be sell, it doesn't matter. It's meant to help you get to what you need to see from a KPI standpoint, and through double-clicking on that item, taking you exactly where you need to go. So for instance, I double-clicked on that machine, it took me to the patching tab on the computer management screen. We've been working really, really heavily on getting as much as possible from a service technician standpoint into our web, and we're trying to do this in a way where you can do your day-to-day job, and we're doing it through dashboarding. So today, we believe that most technicians can do 99% of their job, and they can do it from here, from the web, on your Mac, whatever it is, on your phone. And we've added a patch management dashboard. We've added a monitoring dashboard. Again, all meant to work just like ConnectWise now does, where it's giving you the information you need, and you're getting to where you need to go. So let's look at patch approvals, for instance, and how easy that is today in the web. So it's calling out, I have 182 patches that I need to approve. Obviously, I'm not doing my job. So I'm going to go in. I can look at all my policies from here. In this case, I only have one, and that's my default policy that I care about. And literally all I got to do is just approve, deny, ignore, whatever it might be, right from the screen. This list just needs to be empty. And from there, Automate takes it the rest of the way and ensures that your systems are being patched in accordance, third-party patching included. On top of that, and staying on there, how are we informing you as a technician to make sure that when you're on the phone with your client or you're chatting with them or whatever you might be doing, you have all the information you need? So one thing, like with patching, I can go to the patching tab on the computer, I can look at the policy, and I can see immediately, hey, this thing patches Microsoft patches between 3 and 5 a.m. every single day, and it does third party between 7 and 9. Easy. I can also see what settings I set up for that, whether I need to wake on LAN, or I need to make a Microsoft restore point before I install, or what script is going to run, etc. Again, keeping you as informed as possible when you're working within Automate. On top of that, we added a really cool way for you to monitor what kind of scripts, what is scripting even doing in the environment, right? Before, you'd have to bounce around many different places. Now you can go to the script history tab. Click on any script, it'll tell you the details on that script, whether what it's supposed to do in the description, what type of script it is. You can see all the log messages you might have created right in one spot. I can even see the command history for that very specific script, what it did, in what order, was a successful failure, and I can also see the results of that script all in one spot. No more jumping around, allowing you to be way more efficient after you're done running that script. Go see what's going on. Again, bring that information to you. We've also added the command prompt and PowerShell to the computer management screen in the web. But if that's not good enough, we have an amazing new feature with Control called Backstage. And in one click from that device, instead of taking over the user session, I'm actually going into the system session of that device, making it so that that way the user is not being interrupted, but I get full control over that machine, and I can literally do anything I want to from this point. I have a registry editor here, I have a command prompt here, I have PowerShell all live right on that machine. I can even open up things like the computer management screen for the Microsoft and show event logs and anything else I need to do from a policy standpoint on that machine very quickly, very easily. What's cool about this is that you will make sure that you're living the life of the stealth IT ninja that you need to be when you're working with your clients. Again, efficiency, quickness, etc. So, I heard that. Moving on. Another thing that we added to automate is ConnectWise View. And for those of you that know what View is or don't know what View is, it is the ability to take your cell phone or any of your client cell phones and see through the camera and see what's going on. How many times you get out on site, something's unplugged, or just something's not right, or you need them to just reboot the router for you because you can't do it remotely, and you just want them to go in there, unplug it, plug it back in. I can send a text message to my client. It'll show up on their phone. It's one click on their phone. They don't have to install any app. I can see everything in that environment. Checking out the UPS, making sure everything's plugged in. I can even minimize that video. It's still playing in the background. Go into Automate, do whatever I need to do. Run some script, maybe run a command on something to make sure that there's a, whoop. Don't you hate it when your phone just converts over and it's looking at you and you're like, where'd that triple chin come from? That is crazy. All right. Another item we added from a control standpoint. How many times are you sitting there saying, hey, my junior tech, he needs some help? We added the support session viewer right into Automate. That way, if he's on a session, you can see it right there. I can click to join that session and just help him out, do whatever he needs. And this is in any use case. Anyone asking for help too obviously shows up in there from your client standpoint. And we've added a really cool way to make sure that your monitors are organized in the toolbar there so that I can see left to right, and I can even select a specific screen and get that screen to just show up. So then, again, being more efficient, I'm seeing what I need to see, I'm helping that technician out. And what's awesome about this is in July, you'll get View with your ad hoc license. So if you have a control ad hoc license, boom, View's gonna show up in your Automate. You'll get both of those. So with that, these are some of the things that we're working on, but this is your event. You saw Jason say, hey, ConnectWise colleagues, stand up. Those people are here to help you understand what we're trying to do. We also need to hear your problems and really kind of learn from each other so we can make an amazing product for you and you can be as successful as possible, right? Because partner success to us is number one, and we're so invested in that. We now have a Chief Customer Success Officer that I would like to invite to the stage, Craig Fulton, to be able to talk to you about what we're doing from that standpoint. Thank you.
All right. Hello, is it me? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. It's too early for that. But if you want some karaoke, come by the breakout session I'm doing tomorrow. All right. Got to keep it fun. So, yeah, I have a new title, new role at ConnectWise. Those that have been around, you've seen me come up here. I do the product thing. I've been at ConnectWise a long time. Worked in education and support and consulting. And when I heard that ConnectWise was going to invest in partner success, I jumped on it, right? Those of you that know me, I've been involved in the IT nation for a long time, decade, been out there working with you. I really am obsessed with making sure you're successful. So I want to show you what we're doing in this team to make sure you're getting the most out of it. So you see a lot of companies have customer success managers, but you're not customers us, you're partners. We're in this ecosystem together. And let's talk about what we're doing with partner success, right? Because it's all about the experience. And we're really focused on making sure that's good. So let me go through some of the things. So in partner success, we have education. A lot of you are used to going out to the university. I hope you're like, no, I went during the implementation and that was it. I used to be a tech. I get it. I'll just figure it out as I'm going. Don't forget we've got this, right? 900 great how-to videos, 200 lessons, right? The lessons aren't just do the implementation. Right, as we expand things and learn things in the industry, we put more lessons out there. Lessons like security, how to do a cloud practice, right? Tons of documentation. But there's another great thing we have, a lot of people miss out on, our Business Innovation Center. And I'll just point out a couple of awesome things there. Our partner kit. So what's a partner kit? We take things that are collected around sales management, service management, building a security practice, and we collect them and put them all together. Some videos, some steps how to set it up in the platform, some great solutions you can get. We kit that up, right? Product blueprints. We started these 10 years ago. People have forgotten they're there. I want to raise awareness of this because inside the university, under the continued education, we have blueprints that document every single thing you do and how you can do it inside the platform. Here's what else is cool about these. I've seen partners print these out and show them to clients, show them the prospects, so that you can show them how organized and how efficient your systems are at supporting them. All right, so go check these things out. You can get there by going to connectwise.com/Business Innovation Center. You take some pictures of that. Don't forget to go there. Okay, support. We all do support here. How many people have a customer or doing a customer support role in your company? Okay, a lot of you are denying it. We all support customers. You failed, okay? And I actually love doing it, right? I've been doing it a long time. That's where I started. So I'm excited to be working with support, and we're implementing a framework called Knowledge Center Service. How many people have heard of this? A lot of our larger organizations have, okay? And I know what you're thinking. Knowledge Center Service, Craig, knowledge has been around forever. We have KBs, we get this, we do this. Can you improve the one in ConnectWise? We are. You drift from this stuff over time. You know, I get it, I was a tech, you're like, I know how to do this, I don't need a knowledge base article anymore. But you gotta keep the stuff updated, documented, and make sure everyone's working from it. So this is what we're doing in support. We've implemented this framework. We're ensuring that all of our colleagues have the most updated knowledge so they can help you faster. And not only that, a lot of partners say, hey, is there somewhere I can go to just help myself? Right, we're going to give you access to this, so you're using the most recent knowledge base articles. We're not telling you old stuff, and it's up to date. What else does this mean? This means we won't be escalating your things as much either, right? That's the pain. No one wants to be escalated through tiers of support, right? If we have better knowledge, then everyone can help you faster. We're doing a reorganization inside of support as well, right? We've had teams aligned to the products. And not only that, right, you get a tier 1 team and you've got like junior, lower knowledge folks sitting together, right? How can they really learn when they're sort of capped at their level of expertise? We're going to start reorganizing into swarms, right? This question comes up a lot with larger companies. What do we do? Do we go to pods? Well, we're following this swarming concept. It kind of goes hand in hand with KCS, where we'll get people of all levels, subject matter experts, into swarms so they can learn from each other, right? So when you're working with someone in support, they can just turn real easy and get an answer and get it done, right? We are dedicated to improving support so that you have a great experience inside of ConnectWise. Now, thank you. Sport's hard, but we're focused on it. I went too fast, hold on, I got excited. What is all of this without a great search tool, okay? All this educational stuff, all of these KB articles. We're instituting a new search tool so you can search, but we're giving it to you like YouTube, right? Where you can go out and watch things, and then we see, like me, I like to watch car videos, so then it starts recommending, like, you should watch Goon Squad. It's gonna be the same. Like, hey, we see you're searching tickets a lot, you must be a technician, why don't you watch this video? Here's some suggestions, right? Relevance. We're going to build relevance in there. Okay, the IT Nation. That's you. We're here. I want to make sure I point out what we're doing with the IT Nation. We've got these 4 great things we do, and let me make sure we're all clear what they are, because this is the first Explore event. So we have IT Nation Connect. That's our event that we have this year in October, November, right? It straddles the months there. Usually we have that towards the end of the year. And we have IT Nation Evolve. These are our peer groups, right? We've got over 500 companies in that peer group working together. So these 2 things in the IT Nation are where businesses come together to grow, mature, find efficiencies, and find their success, right? And share, and we bring the thought leaders together, we bring industry leaders together at these events. And then here, IT Nation Explore. That's where you are. Right? You're here. And I know some of you are like, I am, because I saw you partying last night. I went to some room party. If you're here, I know some of you here are like, I don't know where I am right now. I saw it in the hallway this morning. If you're in the Hilton on floor 11, I saw it. You're not hiding. We're going to do DNA testing. And then we have IT Nation Share, which is our user groups, right? We hold those geographically around the world every quarter. So you come to these events, you can learn more about the product, learn more about solutions, how to gain efficiencies, operationalize your business inside the platform. Right? So just be aware, we have these great things. Come to Share, come to our user groups, learn more. You're already here, so I won't tell you to come here. I'll tell you, stick around and have a good time. All right, so yeah, inside of Partner Success, we're aligning all of these things, because these are great things we've done, but we've sort of siloed them, and now we're lining them all up for you so we make sure you get the most out of it. But we're not done there. We are building a Partner Success team. Okay, we're building a team. I missed the picture's gone. We had a picture of the team. But we're building a team that is going to be dedicated to ensuring your success. Right? Someone you can call when you need help inside of ConnectWise, right? Someone that's going to proactively reach out to you to make sure you're making the most out of ConnectWise. And that team is built on this success pyramid, right? Our success pyramid starts with best practices. We've worked with our partners for decades. We know what you're doing, the best out there, and we've documented those. We've built a software platform on top of those best practices. We've built a support team to help you use the most of this and make sure it's working efficiently. We have an education team. I talked about building that. We have a consulting team. A lot of you might not know, right? We've got your personal trainer to help make sure you're getting the most out of ConnectWise. And also, if you're not aware, we have business consulting to help you with strategic planning, instituting frameworks to help grow your business. We have the IT Nation. That's us. So you can find success, right? Oh, it's the next slide. So, how are we going to help you get up this pyramid? Here they are. I was like, wait, maybe someone left the team and they took the slide out. This is the team. They're like, wait, we're going to be doing that? This is the team, right? And they're excited to help you, and I'm going to be working with them to get all of our knowledge together to help you get this, because here's what we want to do, right? We know you've made a big investment in ConnectWise. We want to align it to your business goals. I hear this all the time. It saddens me. Hey, Craig, I think I'm only using like 25%. Right? I want you using more of what you've paid for. I want you getting the most out of it. And that's what this team's going to do. They're going to proactively, work with you to make sure you're getting it out of there. And how are we going to do that? Because I know what you're thinking. That was 16 people, those that count fast. And there's 27,000 of us. Well, we've built a partner health scorecard. Right, so we're watching how you're using it, just like, modern systems do. We look at how you're using the product, right? Because we know, as an example, a 10-user MSP is doing ticketing, time, invoicing, and agreements, right? And we see you're not doing that. We're like, hey, why aren't you doing this? Right, we're going to reach out to you. Maybe we'll show up at your office. You don't want me showing up there. You will not be productive. I like to have fun. But we'll do this, right? We're going to look at how you're interacting with support, score you, or not support, right? If you're not calling support, then something might be wrong too. The IT Nation, how are you interacting with the IT Nation? And then education, right? We're watching this. These are great things that we're learning as we look at these customer success methodologies. And what's great, you've always known about ConnectWise, as we invest in it, we will build this into our product as well, and we'll kit this up, and we'll teach you how to do it too. So that's our dedication to partner success. And I'm excited to be in this role. I'm excited to get back out at IT Nation events and see you all. So thanks for allowing me to come up here. I'm going to invite the team back out so we can wrap this up.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Great job. So, how awesome is that stuff? Customer success. We now have a dedicated partner success management team. How great is that? As a service, We are focused on making the efficiency #1 priority. How awesome is that? Talking about automation and frictionless, how about that marketplace?
Yeah.
Did that kick some butt or what? Cybersecurity, are you guys all going to go to the Perch booth and the Identify booth after to see how you rank?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, but wait, there's more. As you can see, we're all wearing these cool new shirts. The IT Nation shirt. You can see where we're going, where we've been, right? Check it out. Craig, what? Come on, there you go.
Oh, I got it, baby. Sorry.
So the IT Nation's expanding. See, we said that's exactly what was going to happen, Craig. So the IT Nation's expanding. We're taking it on the road. We want you. We are enlisting you, our partners, the IT Nation. We want to recruit more of you, more ideas, more thoughts, more best business practices to help all of us, including yourself and ConnectWise, be better. So how do you get started? Go to theitnation.com/everywhere. Register. Get your shirt. I believe we have our shirts here. Go pick one up. When you're at an industry event, take it on the road with you. Wear it to other keynotes. Wear it to other events. Take a selfie. Take a snapshot. Post it on our Twitter. That's how we're going to track to see who's the most creative, who gets the most likes. Tag the other event. Hashtag whatever event you're at so we can see where you're doing this at. More importantly, get as many shares and likes, and you could win the ultimate VIP experience to IT Nation Connect this November. Hope you enjoyed the keynote. Looking forward to networking with many of you tonight at Andretti Go-Karting and Gaming. Looking to network and meet most of you. Have a good day. Thank you.